So who's going to be the new #1 contender after this Sunday? Is it going to be Dean? Is it going to be Roman? Or the Beast Brock Lesnar? What do you think, Whiskey? Who's it going to be? Welcome back, everyone. This is Jason, a.k.a. J-Bone of the Ramblin' About Wrestling podcast, right here to bring you my preview and predictions of WWE Fastlane. No, it's not just Fastlane, and it's not to, confuse you with some other brand out there. Is it Lucha Underground Fastlane? No. It's WWE Fastlane. Anyways, so this card is actually pretty good. On paper, it may not look like that much, but the build-up has been decent. Not the greatest, especially this Monday Night Raw. Especially with the triple threat main event. There was nothing in the main event of Monday Night Raw that had to do with this, so that made it really seem like, there was no Triple H. No Triple H trying to get into heads of these three guys. The opening segment was great with Dean, and then which led to the Intercontinental Championship, which Dean lost. That shocked me. That really shocked me. So that really puts a giant question mark on, it's not, Dean's got the Intercontinental title. Of course they're not going to give him this chance at WrestleMania. Well, Dean doesn't have the title anymore. And I'm like, as much as I love Dean and I wanted him to stay Intercontinental Champion on Raw, he lost the title, which means, hey, not that he wouldn't be able to get it anyways, being IC champ. They've double booked champs before. Look at what Seth Rollins did. Seth Rollins had the WWE title and a United States title in that thing against John Cena, and that was tremendous, so who's to say they wouldn't do that again with someone like Dean Ambrose, but, they just did that within the last year, so I don't think they would do that again, but obviously they're not now because Dean does not have the championship, but let's backtrack. We'll get into more of that later. Let's start at what I certainly do not consider the bottom of the card, but we'll cover the non-title matches first. We'll do the first of two Divas matches in this pay-per-view. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch versus Team Bad. I like to call them Team Bad Unity, because that just sounds like ridiculous. Naomi and Tamina Snuka. Or do they even use Snuka anymore because of her dad's reputation? They just go by Tamina now, I think, maybe? I don't know. Naomi and Tamina, whatever. This should be good. I think this is certainly going to test the waters of the whole Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks relationship. We saw that on Monday where Becky Lynch was getting attacked, and Sasha Banks, even though she's with Becky Lynch in this match, took her sweet time getting in that ring to kind of, ward off Team Bad. And, it was kind of weird. I'm not going to lie. That looked really weird. She didn't run down to the ring, dive in and attack them. No, she walked all the way around to the back of the ring and then just nonchalantly got in the ring and then they took off. So that was awkward, to say the least. So And not for a second do I think that this is actually going to be a setup where Sasha Banks is actually staying with Team Bad. I highly doubt that. It's not going to be a swerve where, oh, I was kidding, I'm actually still part of the group. No, I don't see that happening. I could see this going either way. Because this is all stuff leading up to WrestleMania. And obviously there's going to be some kind of big title match with the Divas at WrestleMania. They're not going to do a one-on-one. There's no way in hell they're going to do a one-on-one at WrestleMania. I think there's going to be at least either a three-way or a four-way at Mania for the Divas title. So let's think about this. Taking the Divas title, whoever has that for now, out of the picture. Let's say Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch lose this Sunday. I can see them losing and then being at odds and then that leading up to them being involved somehow, some way in the Divas Championship at WrestleMania. Or let's say they win. And then somehow whoever gets the title, or not the title, excuse me, whoever gets the win then ends up, bragging like, oh, I didn't even need you. I can picture Sasha Banks getting the win and then being like, I didn't even need you, Becky Lynch, as my tag partner, and then, somehow that leading up to both of them being involved. I can see it going either way. But nonetheless, for this match by itself, without WrestleMania, I'm going to say Banks and Lynch. Hey, that sounds kind of cool. Banks and Lynch. Well, sounds like what's that sound like? That sounds like that one video game. Is that a video game? Something in Lynch? I don't know. Anyways. It'll come to me later. I'm not that big of a gamer anymore. That's going to bug the shit out of me. Anyways. Next non-title match. AJ Styles versus Chris Jericho, which in my opinion is going to be the barn burner of this pay-per-view. This is going to be the third time these two have faced each other. They faced each other. That was AJ Styles' first match on Raw a few weeks ago. And then Chris Jericho beat him last week on SmackDown. Which, by the way, if you're not watching SmackDown, you need to start watching SmackDown. Mauro Ranallo was on there kicking ass as a play-by-play guy. Jerry the King Lawler is back to being his old heelish self like he was back in the days of old with JR. And B, the matches are really getting better on Raw. Honestly. I mean, look, what did I just say? Chris Jericho and AJ Styles, the second time they fought each other, boom, on SmackDown. This coming SmackDown this week, Brock Lesnar's going to be on. First time he's been on there in, what did they say, 12 years? For crying out loud. Yeah, they are starting to book SmackDown better. So, I highly recommend go watch SmackDown. You won't be disappointed. You won't be as disappointed as you are with a 3-hour Raw, I guarantee you. But back to the pay-per-view. AJ Styles and Chris Jericho. Man, this is going to be great. I have absolutely no complaints so far with how they're booking AJ Styles. other than a couple dumb nicknames that they've tried to call him, like Jason Solomon, the Solomonster, has said, with the whole, what do they call him? The red, what did they call him last week? The redneck, whatever. They need to stop that right now, because it's going to, A, piss off fans, and B, it's going to make him look like a joke. And he's not a joke. They've got to book him correctly, because this is the be-all, end-all of wrestlers that you just brought to your company. And I hope they keep doing what they're doing and they realize that and don't screw this up. Said all the current, AJ Styles fans out there like myself. I have no doubt that AJ Styles is going to win this one. Now, what that means leading up to Mania, I don't know. Is this going to lead to like an Iron Man match with Chris Jericho for the be-all, end-all? I don't know. That actually sounds kind of cool. I like that idea. And they both can do it, too. They're both still in tremendous shape. Man. I'll do that fantasy book stuff for Mania another time. Because we got a long ways to Mania. I mean, yeah, it's the next pay-per-view, but, we got several weeks to think about that shit. So, yeah, Styles is going to beat Jericho, and where it's going to lead to, I don't know, but it's going to be one of the best matches of the damn night. Next, number 2 Divas match of the evening, the Divas title, Charlotte the Champ versus Brie Bella, wife of now retired Daniel Bryan. Are they doing this just because Daniel Bryan's going away now, and maybe Brie Bella's apparently not re-signing? I read that somewhere. Let me quick look that up while I'm doing stuff here. I just happened to glance at Mind of Carnage here, and the top thing is a thing on Brie Bella, her height, weight, and whatever. And it's just kind of funny. It's like, hey, we were just talking about you. Hi, Brie. Gosh, is she... I read somewhere that she's leaving. Where did I see that? I saw it all over the place, honestly. Brie Bella. Daniel Bryan tells her not to... No, that's not it. Oh, I thought I read that somewhere. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, if Daniel Bryan's done and she wants to start a family soon, gosh, I don't think she's ever been Divas champion. So would they make her... Would they make her Divas champion to, like, send her off? Like, go into Mania as the Divas champion with Daniel Bryan at her side or something, sappy like that, and then against, like, 4 or 5 women. Ooh, ladder match. Ooh, I like that. There we go, fantasy booking again. Focus. Oh, damn. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard, Or would she, as a veteran diva in the company, just do this to put over Charlotte leading into Mania, and then see you bye, leave? Gosh, that's hard. Oh shit, why not? Alright. Brie Bella wins. And then goes into Mania and then drops it at Mania to whoever. Who knows? Yeah, I'm probably wrong on that one, but whatever. Okay. Now, this is not a match, but this is a segment that got booked for Fastlane. This is the Cutting Edge Peep Show. That's a great show title. It's a combo of Edge and Christian, and they're probably going to be promoting the hell out of their new show on the network, which is fine. It's going to be funny as hell. I can't wait to see it. It's going to be good. It's going to debut after the pay-per-view, I think. I think that's what they got going on. They're going to have New Day on. And the last time these guys were all together on Raw, some really fun stuff happened. In fact, the Dudleys got involved in that one too, I think. So yeah, are they going to do this to have just a fun segment, comical segment, and put over the new show? Or are the Dudleys going to come out to the ring, interrupt the whole thing, start a match, and win the titles? Oh, that'd be kind of cool. Because one way or another, the Dudleys are going to take the titles either now or at Mania. It's got to happen. It's got to be. Then there could be 10-time WWE Tag Team Champions. So, I don't know. So for now, it's just a segment. It'd be nice if a tag match did happen, because the New Day really does put on a lot of fun matches in the ring. Whether it's championship matches or not, they're a blast. And the non-wrestling segments are even better. So yeah, I love these guys. They're good. So we'll see what happens. Maybe we get a match, maybe we don't. But back to the matches. The United States title 2 out of 3 falls match had just been confirmed earlier today, for Kalisto, the champ, versus Alberto Del Rio. And, this has been going on for a while. This has been a pretty good feud. Great build-up of Kalisto. I have no doubt that Kalisto is going to hang on to the championship here. They should be putting on a great match. I did read recently that Alberto Del Rio is injured or fighting through injuries. Hopefully he'll be fine for this Sunday and can put on a match. Otherwise, they're going to do something. Hell, throw Sin Cara in there. He just came back. You know what? That's probably going to happen down the road. I would not be surprised one bit. But I think Kalisto's going to keep this one. And that'll be great. Extra little notch in the belt for him. Being a 2-time United States champion. All right, next. The newly crowned 2-time now. Speaking of 2 times. 2-time IC title holder, Kevin Owens. Congrats, Kevin Owens, man. And yeah, I was, touching on this earlier with the whole Dean Ambrose thing. This shocked me. I mean, part of me, the Dean Ambrose fan in me was like, hey, drop the title, then your chances are better at getting the WWE #1 contendership, whatever, later, at Fastlane. But they'll never do it. Well, they did it. I was pleasantly surprised. That was a great 5-way match, by the way. Even Tyler Breeze got some good shots in there. Congrats to Tyler Breeze for actually getting picked and put in there. I know the rest of the WWE universe out there is saying, well, who the hell else are they going to put in there? Everybody else is friggin' injured. Yeah, no shit. I know. I get that. But nonetheless, great match with all involved. So yeah, Kevin Owens versus Ziggler, and these two, and I can already hear the guys in my podcast that I'm going to have later tonight. I know exactly what some of them are going to say about this. They're going to say, because we've seen Ziggler versus Kevin Owens so many times recently, they're going to say, I don't give a shit. Well, this is the one time you should, because it's for something. So, but nonetheless, these two are going to put on a good match. These two have been tearing it up lately, and they will again. It'll be another one of the good matches of the evening, honestly, and one that you should care about nonetheless. I have no doubt that Owens is going to keep this one. They're not going to do anything else with Ziggler while he's there, unfortunately, because he is one of their better workers. But he's just there to put over talent now, and he'll ride off into the sunset within the next couple of years or whatever. But still great in the ring. All right, Kevin Owens wins, and last but certainly not least, well, there's a couple other things that could happen. I'll get to that after. Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar for the number one contendership going into WrestleMania against Triple H, who has been, like I said, has been absent. He should have been on Raw. He should have at least made his presence known. Maybe I dozed off and I missed it, but all we saw was Steph. And that opening segment was Steph and Dean. That was pretty good. And that wasn't too long either. I know sometimes those opening segments can drag on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So, and what's also interesting about this match is how Dean Ambrose has been booked lately. Well, I shouldn't say booked. Well, yeah, you could say how he's been booked. They've been focusing on him. And his pops are getting louder and louder. And if you notice a couple times within the last few weeks, Roman Reigns comes out and he starts talking, he gets booed. He doesn't get, all the cheers he used to. So I wonder if they're changing their mind about this whole Roman Reigns versus Triple H thing. Now, at first, I was all behind this, I was like, okay, Dean Ambrose doesn't have a chance, so I'm not even going to worry about it. Just put Roman Reigns versus Triple H at Mania. Well, you know what? I don't think fans want that anymore. Well, okay, I'm sure some do. Your casual fan. And the fangirls of Roman Reigns going, I want him to be in the main event, blah, blah, blah. Is that close enough? It's pretty close. God, this is tough because I was thinking about different scenarios, because whatever happens now is obviously going to lead up to Mania. Or they could change it. Who knows? I mean, look. Anything could change. Look at how they booked Batista winning the Royal Rumble, and then Daniel Bryan ended up winning everything at the end. That's crazy. Would they do something like that again? Say they book Roman Reigns to win at Fastlane, and then realize somewhere down the line that they screwed up and somehow get Dean in there instead of Roman. And then book like Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns Part 2 and put Dean in the championship. They might... What? Somebody had to throw his 2 cents in there. But yeah, it's so hard to figure out what the hell they're going to do with this. You know, I want Dean to win. Do I think his chances are pretty good? Looking at how he's been placed in certain segments over the last few weeks, it's been all about Dean. I mean, Roman had a nice little segment with Paul Heyman. And that was weird. The whole handshake thing, that was weird. And that was also when Roman Reigns got booed. Go back and look at it. Damn. Alright, screw it. Dean Ambrose is taking it. I'm probably wrong, but I don't care. Well, shit, you know. Seth won it. Was WWE champ. Reigns won it, what, twice? Why not? Give it to Dean. I guarantee you the place will go absolutely apeshit. And it's in his hometown. Or around his hometown. He's from Ohio. I know that much. Whether it's Cleveland or Cincinnati, I can't remember. And this is in... Oh, for crying out loud. Where is this? Fastlane is in Cleveland, Ohio. And Dean Ambrose is from Cincinnati, Ohio. Alright, close enough. So, he's an Ohio guy. He's going to get a huge pop. They're going to go nuts for him. Why not? You know? If you think about this for a second. If you look at how things looked at the end of the Royal Rumble, and this shocked the hell out of me too as a Dean Ambrose fan. Dean Ambrose was the last one in there with Triple H. Yeah, okay, and we know, obviously we know what happened. You know, Dean lost. But I know. My freaking cats. Oh, I gotta love them. Wouldn't it be cool if Dean had that chance again to face off against Triple H? Book it. I guarantee you the place will go nuts. You know, would they go more nuts for Dean Ambrose than they would for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania? Or would they go more nuts for Brock Lesnar versus Triple H, Part 5 or whatever? No, then that would be good. It would be a good match, honestly. I think, you know, Lesnar versus Triple H. They've had good matches. But do fans want to see that again? I don't think so. So, yeah. Here's hoping for Dean Ambrose versus Triple H at Mania. And Brock Lesnar versus the Samoan SWAT Meister, Roman Reigns.